Wait, so I got a lot of positive feedback from the last Ask Kim video I did, so I figured, wow, okay, so, you know, you guys are really fucking with me, so I might as well just keep talking to you guys since you guys like to hear my insight. I just stumbled upon a porn video on my Tumblr feed, so I watched it, and I feel like I've sinned and everybody's judging me right now. I feel like this is a joke question, but I feel like a lot of people do feel like this, so let me just make this very clear. There's nothing to feel ashamed of if you do watch videos or pictures or whatever, as long as it's not that freaky ass, like, animal, you know, children, you know, none of that. It's okay to watch it, just try not to get caught by your parents. I feel like a lot of you guys are super young, and it's just like, be very precautious. Me and my boyfriend have been together from March. Sadly, I found out that his mom wants him to go to uni in Egypt. He's originally from there. Since we met in London, England, I haven't seen him since the end of July, and it's been so hard. I don't know how to cope. Everyone tells me to move on, but I don't want to. They don't understand. The next time I see him is in 14 weeks. I was hoping he could give me advice. Long-distance relationships aren't as hard as people make it out to be. It really helps you learn more about the person that you're with in more of a mental level. It's not as sexual or as physical as it would be if you guys were together constantly, or, you know, I know it's hard being away from them, but right now focus on yourself. You know, even though you're in this relationship and you want to give your relationship everything, but focus on yourself right now. Distance makes the heart grow fonder, whatever they say. Yeah, just don't stress it too much. Don't listen to these people who have all this stupid little shit to say, because trust me, people tell me all the time, or used to tell me, because now, like, obviously they can't tell me shit, but yeah, people used to tell me all the time, oh, what are you doing in a relationship with this guy who lives in Canada? He's probably cheating on you. He's probably dipping, you know, his dick in maple syrup all the time. Like, you know, I wasn't really trying to hear that, so I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever, you're right, you're so right, like, but now look, like, you know, my relationship has lasted longer than many people's relationships, but then again, you know, everybody's relationship is different. I'm not, you know, the staple for a long distance relationship. Everything's different. Fuck whatever those people are telling you, and just focus on you, but don't give up on your relationship. Trust me, it's worth it. If you could have any celebrity play you in a movie, who would it be? I think it would be Leonardo DiCaprio. No, I'm just kidding. Did you guys see how Andre 3000 said that he wanted Leonardo DiCaprio to play him if he ever had like a biopic or something? I'm just kind of like, you just want to be different so bad. I would pick I don't know, because why the hell would anybody be making a movie about me anyway? You know who I would pick? Seth Rogen in a wig. I would just want them to make a comedy movie about me, so I would just say, like, yeah, Seth Rogen. Do guys always lie when they tell you they had the best sex ever with you? Like, this guy that just hit me up for a booty call said that, and I was like, oh, okay, you're dumb as hell if you actually think that. Okay, it's 3 in the morning, right? Okay. It's 3 in the morning, and he's hitting you up like, hey, what's up? You want to come over? And you're like, no, you know, I'm kind of tired. And he's just like, well, I want to have sex with you. It was the best sex ever. And he's going to tell you anything to get you to bring that little butt over to his house. So don't be an idiot. Maybe it is the best sex ever, but clearly it's not good enough to get you a title, right? You're still a booty call, right? Why don't you save that best sex ever for the best man ever? Okay, so how do you deal with people who constantly throw shade at you and others around you? If there's somebody who's constantly throwing shade at you, like, all the time, well, first of all, why are you around them? One time, I'm gonna think you're just playing. 2 times, I'm gonna start questioning you. You know, like, do you have, like, a vendetta out against me? Like, do you just not like me? And then 3rd time, bye. Don't ever come around me again. I don't understand the whole, like, hanging around people that you don't fuck with. Like, you know? I never got it. Just don't surround yourself with people like that. It's so easy to cut out negative people. If they make you feel negative or bad about yourself, why would you have them in your life? You know, just kind of X them out. Or you can either confront them and fight the bitch. Like, that always works too, you know? Beat the bitch's ass, like, one time. She can never say anything again. She will catch these hands. Okay, so I have a question. My mom's young, but my dad is old. They've been together for a very long time, but sometimes I feel ashamed to tell people I have an old dad. What would you do? honestly, I don't feel like that's anybody's business, but you know, your parents and your families. Like, obviously, everybody in your family is accepting of the fact that your dad is older than your mother by a big number. I don't know why it would be anybody else's problem, but I personally, I would just be like, yeah, my dad's like 50, my mom's 30, whatever. She got her a sugar daddy, and I'm here, and look at my closet, and look at my new Beamer, and no, I'm just kidding. But I would just be like, my mom can pull older niggas and my dad can pull younger bitches. No, honestly, don't like let anybody else like make you feel any type of way about it, any type of way about your parents' age. And this goes for like your parents' houses or their cars or, you know, their jobs. I feel like so many kids are super judgmental on other parents', you know, occupations or their living or their car. It's just like, why does any of that matter to you, you know? I never understood. I hated that so much. Like, I've gone through it too. My parents aren't the richest people in the world, and I've had friends that are super rich, and they look at me sideways because I don't live in like a 5-bedroom mansion, and it's just kind of like, I can't control that. So why are you, you know? They need to get it together. It's not you or your family. It's them who need to get it together. Okay, I'm actually a really skinny girl with a big butt, and some picture angles makes it seem like I'm a little bigger than I am. It makes me feel self-conscious because I don't actually look that way, but I wish I did. I don't want people thinking like, why does she look like that there and not in person? Why don't you stop taking pictures in that angle? Honestly, if you're taking a picture that makes your butt look like Nicki Minaj, but in person it's like Taylor Swift, you can only blame yourself because you're obviously trying to give off that impression that you have a big ass, but you really have a flat pancake, like inverted ball ass. So try taking better pictures. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's kind of weird. It's kind of like, why are you okay? Have you, oh my god, this is like, okay. Have you ever put a picture of yourself as your home or lock screen? Yes, I did. I haven't done it since high school, but I did. And my excuse was, so if anybody steals it, they can know that it's mine. No, I was so narcissistic. I literally, I got called out on it too, though, because I was on spring break, and there was this guy in the car with us, and he's like, can I use your phone to call my mom real quick? And I was like, okay, cool. He's like, do you have a picture of yourself as your lock screen? And he said that in front of, 5, 6 people, and I was just like, you know, I think my brother, you know, said it on accident because he liked that picture. You know, I was just very embarrassed, and I was just not, you know, so that was a lesson learned. Don't be that conceited, or if you are that conceited, don't let people borrow your phone. How do you get over a guy who you think is super duper cute, and you've been talking for a couple months? I'm reading this word for word, by the way. And everything, but you just found out that he's playing you with another chick. Play him back. That's all I can say. It's either you play him back or you just dead it, period. Honestly, I don't get why girls even set themselves up for that, where they would have to compete for a man's attention. There are so many men out here in the world that you can get attention for. Why is this one little fuckboy so important to you? For you to be dragging hoes in the street, for you to be, you know, there's just so, my hair is up now. You know, there's just a lot, you know, and I get it, feelings get involved, and, you know, it runs deep, but don't ever sacrifice your pride or your reputation for a guy being an idiot, you know? Okay, so this past weekend I went out with my girlfriends because I hardly go out. I ended up getting drunk and calling my ex-boyfriend at 3 a.m. crying, telling him everything I feel. I feel pathetic because I'm trying to fight for a relationship that's dead. What would you do if you were me? Everybody makes that mistake, you know? Especially, you know, when it's someone that you actually liked and it's someone that you actually think about when you're drunk. So, you know, obviously that person's pretty important to you. Yeah, you should feel a little embarrassed. I would feel very embarrassed, but who knows? Maybe you should talk to him. Maybe that conversation that you guys had opened up his eyes to see maybe that he wants to rekindle a relationship, or maybe it made you, realize that you were just being drunk and you only think about him when you're drunk, and when you're sober you're completely fine. I'm a girl and I recently have lost my virginity to this guy that I like. Is it normal to feel depressed or not feel good about yourself afterwards? I feel like it's completely normal to feel that way, especially as a girl. When you lose your virginity, it's a huge thing. Tend to hold your worth in your sexual activities, or whatever you've done sexually. They tend to determine what you're worth based off of that. So, you know, when you lose your virginity, I feel like it's kind of like you're losing a piece of yourself and you're kind of giving it off to someone. And it really just depends on who you give it to and who you lose your virginity to. That's gonna like determine whether you feel depressed or if you feel kind of like a new chapter has started in your life. No, I felt depressed. I felt really sad after, but then I just kind of came to terms with it. Like, you know, life goes on. It's not the end of the world because you gave your virginity to some like loser ass guy. I guarantee you that's not going to be the best sex that you ever have in your life. Or, you know, every guy's going to make you feel that way. So I didn't really look at it too much as like my life is over, I'm super sad. Like I was just, you know, I was depressed. But then I kind of just grew from it, you know? It's like a growing thing. You kind of just have to accept it for what it is and grow. And hopefully after, you know, you lost your virginity, you kind of see yourself, like you see your value more. You know, you're kind of more opposed to sleeping with more people, you know, because you see how you feel after you have sex with someone who isn't really that important to you, and why would you ever want to feel like that, you know? That's why I don't really see how there are so many, you know, not like I'm shading any girl who is super promiscuous, but I never understood why, like, you know, how are you that promiscuous and how can you do that? Because I know for myself, like, I guess I'm just a very emotional person. I can't, you know, do certain things with people and then not talk to them after, or, you know, get kind of like tossed to the side. Like, I was super hurt. I would get so hurt. Like, I couldn't. So, you know, I've just been very limited, like, because I would never want to set myself up to feel that way. So I just hope that since you feel this way now, you can kind of like hold yourself to a higher worth, you know? Don't, you know, just give it out to anyone. Just kind of give it out to people who you feel genuinely care about you and deserve it. Because it is very special. Having like sex with someone is actually special, I think. At least for a girl. I know guys are just super careless and don't care, but as a female, you should, I think. What is your response when people say that makeup tricks people and is deceiving? No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do see some makeup artists that do makeup and it's just kind of like, what? It's like a complete 180 from the person that they originally look like. So I can see why that they say that. But when they're speaking to the general masses, like everyday girls who wear makeup when they go to school, you know, wear makeup to go to work, that is not deceiving. You guys are getting it mixed up with like art makeup, with people who are professional makeup artists who do like heavy contouring, who do like extreme eyeshadows and lashes and eyebrows, you know, that I can see why it's deceiving. But what girl in their right mind is going out like that on a day-to-day basis? Like, if a girl is wearing like this light makeup, you should know that she doesn't look this different from her makeup, you know? Maybe she'll be a little pale, a little acne here and there, whatever. But if I had on, like, I'm not bashing anyone who does wear a lot of makeup, like, that's completely fine, but you can't sit here and tell me that you look the exact same without it. So if I had on like 10 pounds of foundation and, you know, a bunch of eyeshadow and, you know, contoured my face more than what I already have, because I do a slight contour, you know, and when you take your makeup off and you're with a guy, of course he's gonna look at you like, what the hell? Like, I did not sign up for you. But, you know, you kind of just set yourself up for that because you do look completely different. I get it, you're a guy and you're looking for your girl and you don't want to get tricked into falling for a girl who looks amazing with makeup on, but who, like, you know, doesn't really look as good without it. But that's your fault for being a dumbass, not being able to tell that she has like this thick of a layer of foundation on and eyelashes out to her like forehead. So guys, just don't be dumb. Like, you guys act like you guys are so stupid and so like don't see anything. Like, shut up, because I know you guys, okay? Like, I know that you're not that dumb. You can't be that dumb. It's like, it should be like physically impossible to be that dumb. Anyway.